This is Uptown. I'll tell you what you need to know about this great Waterloo neighborhood starting right now. Hey, it's Andrew Shackleton, Kitchener-Waterloo real estate broker, through athome.com. So Uptown Waterloo, this is the core of the city. Bounded to the south end by the Kitchener border, pretty much from Avondale in the west end, all the way out to Brydup Park in the east. It's a block that takes in pretty much everything south of Erb Street, plus an additional chunk bounded by University, King Street, and Weber. It's kind of upside down T-shaped for the most part. Now getting around this neighborhood super easy. Right behind me is the LRT tracks. They stop right in Uptown Waterloo, so really you want to get anywhere in KW via the LRT, you're talking half-hour trip at the most. If you drive, expressway access from here is actually really good. You can take University or Erb Street, get to the expressway from here probably 5 minutes, and you'd be looking at, I'm going to say 20 minutes to the 401. There's lots of bus routes in this neighborhood as well, so really getting around is super easy. And if you live in Uptown Waterloo, pretty much everything is walkable. That's one of the joys of living in this neighborhood. Now, talking about things to do in the Uptown. Of course, where I'm filming right now, this is Waterloo Town Square. There's always stuff going on here in the summertime. This whole area turns into an ice rink in the wintertime, so you want to go skating. Speaking of that, skating a little bit further away, the Recplex is 2 seconds away from here. They've got a running track in there. There's an ice rink. There's swimming. They're putting a great big addition on that as well, so that's going to be super nice. If you want to golf, Uptown Waterloo borders the Westmount neighborhood where Westmount Golf Course is, so that's super close too. You've got all the things you'd want to do along King Street, bars, restaurants, dining out. There's the Clay and Glass Museum, and of course Waterloo Park as well, right in the Uptown. So close-wise, there's tons of stuff to do, and if you want to go a bit further afield, like Rim Park's close, Laurel Creek, St. Jacobs Farmers Market, you're talking 10 minutes at the most. So this central location really makes it easy to get out and do things. All right, now what about your grocery choices here in Uptown? Well, first off, you've got the Value Mart in the Plaza Uptown. There's Central Fresh Market on King Street. You've got Vincenzo's over on Allen and Caroline. That's just amazing. There's a Sobeys on Bridgeport. There's the Walmart in there. There's a Freshco over on University and Bridge Street. You've got Giant Tiger. There's the Glenridge Zehrs. If you were going the other way, there's the Beechwood Zehrs. There's T&T Supermarkets up by the University of Waterloo. So lots of choices for groceries in this neighborhood. What about your schools in the Uptown? Well, for the Catholic board, it's St. Agnes and then St. David's is a high school. For your public board for little ones, you've got Elizabeth Ziegler, Pruder, McGregor, Margaret Avenue, and then either KCI or Blue Vale for your high schools. All right, now let's talk about the housing in Uptown. Well, it's quite a good sized neighborhood. So you've got a fair range of ages for housing just due to the layout. The stuff in the core for the most part, if it's single detached homes, it's going to be century homes. There's some properties in this neighborhood that are, pre-1900, like late 1880s. Most of the older stuff though in this neighborhood, it's going to be, I'm going to say 1920s, 1930s, somewhere around that vintage. As you go further to the east, the properties get newer. So if you're headed out towards, Brydup, the stuff in there is going to be 1950s, 1960s for the most part. Same thing if you're going north, more towards the student section of the Uptown, like the Marshall Street area, Ezra, those parts of the neighborhood, they're going to be 1950s, 1960s for the most part as well. And then the stuff again along King Street, that's going to be 1920s, 1930s. The new developments though in this neighborhood, primarily condo, are within the last 20 years, and there's been some buildings that have gone up, just in the past couple of years. And that's a big chunk, pretty much focused right on the Allen, John Street, Park, Caroline area, and that's definitely high-end kind of condo lifestyle hotspot for Uptown Waterloo. You've got Vincenzo's in there, Bauer Kitchen, bunch of, fine cuisine and dining in that area, and you don't really have to leave your condominium to, go out and eat and get groceries. It's fantastic. To the north, you're starting to get along King Street. Student condo developments, very much like the university neighborhood, primarily focused on the north end of this area. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching this video, and have yourself an awesome day.